down Uriah. This is probably one of the most dishonorable things a person could do. David, the man the Bible describes as a man after God's own heart, is trying to put his consequences onto another guy. See, you can't do this. This is dishonorable. This is not what a person of integrity does. When you screw up and when you mess up and someone confronts you about it, accept it. Don't try to put the blame on somebody else. Who here has siblings? Can you count the times on your 2 hands and 2 feet how many times that you have tried to blame them for something that you have done? I have tried to blame my brother for things that he was not even home to do. You know, my brother would be somewhere off with his friends, and who did this? It had to be Noah. I mean, I would never do such a dishonorable, horrible, evil thing. Noah, on the other hand, maybe. No, don't pass the blame. Be a man and a woman of honor who, when they mess up, is willing to say, you know what, I messed up, I will take the consequences. You know what, I have been pulled over a few times by the cops, and it amazes me that when a cop pulls somebody over, and the officer comes up and says, is there a problem, officer? Do you know what you've been pulled over? I have no idea what I've been pulled over for. Yes, you do. I was driving up to Utica with Jordan way back. This is the first time I ever drove somewhere really far. And the speed limit is 65. I'm going like 78. And there's a state trooper come over a hill, bang, he turns his lights on, pulls me over, comes up. Do you know what you were getting pulled over for? No, officer. Of course I know what I'm getting pulled over for. I was going 78 in a 65. But I don't want to take the consequences. And so I try to play dumb, and eventually I try to put the blame on someone else. Can you imagine if I said, officer, Jordan made me do it. Jordan made me go 78 and 65. It would be ridiculous. Take responsibility for your actions. Rule number 2, do not pass the blame. And so we continue. Verse 9 through 11. David has told Uriah, go home, relax. So Uriah leaves, and David, being the nice guy he is, sends a gift after him. David's not trying to be nice here, guys. He's not trying to say, Uriah, you know what? You deserve a gift. He's trying to send someone to spy on him without really actually Uriah knowing that he's spying on him. He wants to know for sure that Uriah has gone home. But instead, Uriah goes and he sleeps where David's servants sleep. And when David hears about this, he brings Uriah. He asks him, why did you do this? And in verse 11, Uriah responds, the ark and Israel and Judah are staying in tents, and my master Joab and my Lord's men are camped in the open fields. How could I go to my house to eat and drink and lie with my wife? As surely as you live, I will do no such thing. Rule number 3, and Uriah knows this, is know that you are not alone. You are not an island. You are not someone who, when you do something or say something, it's only going to have an effect on you. What we do and say affects everybody around us. See, Uriah understood that he was part of a group. He understood that he was part of an army. He could have rightfully gone home, relaxed, spent the evening with his wife, and there would have been absolutely nothing wrong with that. But instead he chose to continue to share the burden that the rest of the army was carrying.